As expected, I returned here, the corridor outside the studio. In my right hand there was a wooden food box that Nuva asked me to bring to the griseo. Wait, am I Mr. Knight now?
看来，那个一直在诱发循环现象的东西，还是没有引来他的记
Oh
性。
my god, time loop. Time loop again! I can't! Man! How long are we in... I need to count how many times time loops getting used in all these games. But they are really funny. It seems that the thing that has been causing the time loop still hasn't reached its limit.
不过，我和格雷修多少让他离极限更近了一点。
But still, Griseo and I have brought it a limit closer to that limit. A little closer to that limit. Let's just keep trying. I pumped myself up and started reviewing the events of the previous 2 days.
上一个今天，因为吃饭花了不少时间，所以我没有让格雷修去见凯文和苏，而是直接找到了华。
On the last 2 days, because lunch took some time, I didn't send Griseo to meet Kevin and Sue. Instead, I led her straight to Hua.
因为格雷修事实上早就学会了播种，华会因此想起自己的往事，并给予格雷修新的思考。
Since Griseo has already learned how to plant seeds, I knew that it would trigger Hua's memory and give Griseo some new thoughts.
在紧随其后的猫鼠游戏里，我主动提议让格雷修观察世界。
In the cat and mouse game that followed, I took the initiative and proposed Griseo should observe that world.
在我们听完小男孩和小女孩的对话之后，今天就似乎因为格雷修产生了某种与幕后力量相悖的想法而重启。
After we listened to the conversation between the little boy and girl, today seems to reset due to a certain thoughts of Griseo running counter to the hidden forces.
虽然这是重启速度最快的一次，但我也不忍心再看格雷修皱着脸吃饭了。
Although this was the fastest reset so far, I couldn't bear to see Griseo struggling to stomach the food once again.
果然还是装成不小心打翻食盒，只剩了一杯水吧。
I should probably
如果是这样，今天就又能按部就班的推进了。
tip over the food box by accident, leaving only a cup of water. If that's the case, they would proceed as usual. But in the end, whether it was business as usual or as something different didn't make much difference to me, because the Griseo I know is naturally positive, and as reluctant as she is to leave this place, she will always look forward to tomorrow and the days beyond after a little guidance. If you want to draw a crab, you need to draw the waves and the beach first. If you want to find a door to exit the cycle, you must find a key that symbolizes hope and a heart that's determined enough. As her painting, I'm afraid I don't have something as precious as a heart. I can only hold on things to my key. But somehow, as I watched again and again, the colors in front of me become increasingly vivid, and if I had become a painter like Griseo, the colors spoke to me of their temperatures, taste and moods, and turned written, intervened into one lapping note after another, kissed and hugged my armor, and sometimes dance around my fingers. I didn't know it was a chain reaction from that night, or a gift secretly given to me by a sweet girl. The one thing I knew that was that just as she hopes for my happiness, I also wished for her to find genuine happiness. I don't like this red. Red is bad. However, reality often seems to have a penchant for showing everyone with a color to call it reality check when things were looking up. The girl who always greeted me with a smile. Today she didn't wake up? What do you mean she didn't wake up? This is not Daijobu at all. At this moment outside the forbidden grounds, Fu Hua, reflecting at... Wait, I need to process it. Okay, so Griseo didn't wake up. That's not good. Reflecting on all the events that has transpired on her journey, she couldn't help but release a sigh. In her career as a detective, she has grown accustomed to surprises and unexpected turns, and her current experience were no exception. During her taverns, she had found herself in a foreign world through a peculiar space warp, and with the assistance of the enthusiastic representatives, she had stumbled upon the Ark, which has lost contact with Earth a millennia ago. In the end, after getting rid of the radiant mist and the mysterious being that though to take over her body. What did you want to take over her body? Docked? So, thought. Why you can just tell search? Why? Okay. Again, anyway. That search to take care of thought to take care of her body. She finally meet the enforced Project Arc, griseo. She finally meet the enforcer of Project Arc. Maybe it was just a dream and she never met the pioneers? Thankfully, the dormancy capsule remains functional and griseo within continue to sleep soundly.
但最麻烦的事情也就在这里。
But the most challenging part lies right ahead.
休眠舱外部的控制面板失灵，强行破坏休眠舱舱壁，又难免会伤到里面的格雷修。
The control panel outside the dormancy capsule is malfunctioning, and forcibly breaking through the shell might harm griseo.
也就是说，此时此刻，我必须要在方舟内部找到另一种安全开启休眠舱的方式。
Therefore, at this moment, I have to find another safe way to activate the dormancy capsule from within the Ark. Having determined her next step, she didn't rush into action. In fact, she was searching within the vast sea of memories for recollection related to the day when the miracle happened.
以上就是方舟计划的全部。还有人有疑问吗？
Will we? Yeah, that's all. So does anyone have the question about Project Arc? Cosmo!
很好，既然执行者本人没有疑问，那我们就此散会吧。
Very well. Since the enforcer himself doesn't have any question, let's call it a day.
等等，
Wait. What is it?
魏小薇， 针对方舟计划可以做到的事，这个展示文档有着非常详尽的叙述。但对这一计划中最重要的部分，也就是执行人应该去做什么，
Will
你却
we?
语言不详。
Will we? The presentation given a very detailed description of what can be done by Project Arc. However, for the most curious part of this plan, which is what the enforcer should do, you explained it somewhat vague.
为什么？
Why is that?
啊，我理解你的担忧，但老实说，这部分的确不需要解释。
I see your point, but to be honest, this part doesn't require an explanation.
在我看来，只要具备正常的逻辑认知能力和颜色识别能力，谁都可以成为方舟计划的执行者。
In my opinion, anyone with normal logical and cognitive abilities and color recognition skills can be enforcer of Project Arc.
在设计之初，我就尽可能简化了方舟内部复杂的操作系统。
During the initial design phase, I aimed to streamline the complex operation system inside the Arc as much as possible.
按下红色的1号按钮，方舟就能起飞；按下绿色的1号按钮，就能开启休眠舱。瞧，这一点也不难，对吧？
Pressing the red number 1 button allows the arcs to take off, while pressing the green one activates the dormancy capsule. As you can see, it's quite straightforward, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty easy.
当然，如果科斯摩本人觉得不够有趣，也可以从傻瓜模式切换为专业模式。
But of course, if Cosmo himself finds it's too boring, we can always switch from beginner mode to expert mode.
不仅如此，我还提前考虑了所有方舟航行期间可能遭遇的意外情况，分别编写了各种门类的便携说明书，以及搭配了人工智能的疑难解答系统。
Furthermore, I have also taken into account all potential unexpected scenarios that the Ark might encounter during its journey, and prepared a variety of portable SOPs, each addressing different categories, plus an AI-powered troubleshooting system.
便携说明书，就是维尔薇姐找我录音的那个。
Portable SOPs? Are those the ones you had me recorded?
你指的是最先进的工程器材之本世纪最伟大的工程师倾其大半生心血所编纂的使用说明书？那只是其中的一小部分。不过你说的没错。
You are referring to the most advanced engineer's equipment, SOP. Compiled by the greatest engineer of the century, who would have dedicated half of her life to this book. That's just a small part of it, but you are right.
总而言之，像格蕾修这般大的孩子，经过10分钟的培训，也足以成为方舟的乘客。
Humble will we? In any case, even a kid like griseo, after 10 minutes of training, can become a passenger of the Ark.
或许这个例子不太恰当，不过这就是我对于执行部分的全部说明。
Perhaps this example is not quite appropriate. However, this is all the explanation I have for the execution part.
根据维尔薇当时的描述，我应该优先寻找能启用疑难解答系统的控制台。
According to Will V's description at the time, I should prioritize finding the control panel that can activate the troubleshooting system.
毕竟，便携说明书更可能被格蕾修随身携带。
After all, the portable SOPs are most likely to be carried by griseo.
好，出发吧。
All right, chufa, time to go on. Lighting inside. Okay. Focus. Focus? Do I have a button? Oh, no. F.
这个
Action.
控制台和之前在光雾里
This
发现的
console
控
is
制
the
台一
same
模
one I
一样。
discovered of the glowing mist.
但那时我是借助小 V 的力量，才得以调出内部的信息。
Glowing mist is where we met Vita.
算了，想再多也无济于事。先试试看。
I was thinking I should try.
正在进行面部识别，请稍后。
Conducting facial recognition. Please wait.
来访者为火种计划执行者华，已具备访问权限，正在唤出控制面板。
Hey, I'm great that we didn't age that badly. Visitors identified as Project Amber and Forza. Hua. Accept authorized. Control panel initiating.
等等，我本来就拥有访问方舟系统的权限。
Wait a moment. Did I already have access to the ARC system? She suddenly remembered her recent conversation with Wills regarding the bug.
不开玩笑啦。简单来说，你眼中的迷雾只是幻觉为真实拉上的帷幕。当然，幻觉的呈现形式也和你本人密切相关。
Wait, was all the Vita... It was we and not Vita? Wait, we and Vita. It sounds familiar. Huh. Ah, I mean it. That mist you are seeing is just an illusion conceding their trust. And we shaped this trick takes. That depends on you, huh?
至于控制台，它本来就是现实中的控制台，是帷幕百密一疏的破绽，所以我才叫它漏洞，很好理解吧？
But why doesn't it sound like... Oh my god, I don't know! Is it a mistake? It should be Rita, isn't it? Oh, why stays we? As for the console, that's actually real. A rare flaw in the illusion. That's why I call it a bug. Does it make sense?
也就是说，小 V 的帮助其实从头到尾都不重要。
So in fact, V's assistant wasn't the crucial part at all.
是我那时的注意都集中于漏洞，忽视了小 V 话语中的关键。控制台本来就是现实中的控制台，才给了他可乘之机。
My focus at that time was on the bug that I overlooked. The crucial part of V's world. The console is actually real. This allowed her to exploit the situation.
事已至此，还是先看看控制台能做些什么吧。
Considering the circumstances, I should take a look at what console has to offer. This process didn't take much time. As we will mention, the complex initial operating system of the ARC have been significantly simplified. Therefore, the info displayed on the screen right now has only a few recommended options, represented by simple numbers.
就是这个。
That's it.
请以提问开头，说出你的问题，我会尽力解答。
Troubleshooter. Please begin you quiet with... What? No, not quiet. Please begin your query with questions. And I shall provide an answer. I shall endeavor provide an answer.
提问：在休眠舱外部的控制面板失灵的情况下，还有什么办法能打开休眠舱吗？
Question: Is there any way to open the dormancy capsule if the control panel on the outside is not working?
反问：你的最终目的是唤醒休眠舱内的驾驶员吗？
Clarification: Is your ultimate objective awakening the pilot within the dormancy capsule?
是的。
Yes.
那么，请你做好驾驶员在出舱后仍无法苏醒的心理准备。
Prepare yourself prepare yourself psychologically to the scenario where the pilot may not regain consciousness after leaving the chamber.
补充说明，驾驶员此次休眠已达561397
Oh my god
天。在此期间，由于方舟始终处于着陆状态，系统曾多次尝试唤醒驾驶员，但均告失败。
Additional info. The pilot has been in hibernation of a total of 561,397 days. During this period, the Ark was remained in a landed state. The system had made multiple attempts to awake her, which of has concluded in failure.
或许，他的精神已经永远在身体中休眠。或许。
How many days? 561,397 days in year. This is like 1,538 years. Perhaps the consciousness had perpetually remained in the state of hibernation with her body. Perhaps.
我不需要这些或许，
I don't need perhaps.
告诉我打开休眠舱的方法就好。
Just tell me how to open the dormancy capsule.
如果你做好了心理准备，请前往回廊尽头的功能系统操作台，切断休眠舱与辅助功能系统的连接。这样做，休眠舱就会停止自身的全部模块，并强制开启舱门。
If you are mentally prepared, please proceed to the control console at the end of the corridor where the power supply system is located. Disconnect the dormancy capsule from the external power system. This will deactivate all modules within the dormancy capsule and force the chamber door to open. That's a lot of dots. Even though she knew the answer no, Fu Hua just stood there, staring at the ground, frozen in silence for almost 3 minutes. Yeah, that's a lot of dots. She knew the worst case scenario that might happen, a total mental breakdown. Griseo is way stronger than this. I hope. Once something like that happened, there would be no turning back, whether it's the hash of sentience or the hash of finality. They would all prove unhelpful. After all, it's like how time can empower gentle breeze and dripping water to gradually reshape even the 1,000 rocks. Toughest rocks. But the bees that got carried away would vanish without trace, even to return again to this world.
不对，如今的状况，
Wait, the things right now.
未免太可疑了。
It's just too suspicious. Access the monitoring system of the Ark's gen bank.
从监控画面来看，基因库完好无损。
From the surveillance footage, the gen bank appears to be intact.
但标志着基因库正常运转的指示灯没有亮起。
Did someone was messing around? Weta maybe? However, the indicator light that signifies its normal operation is off.
提问：方舟的功能系统出现问题了吗？
Question: Is there an issue with the Ark's power supply system?
检测到疑问，即将进行解答。
Progressing.
方舟当前功能效率为18.7%，功能效率与昨日相比下降了0.46%。 建议立刻开启原位资源采集系统，或暂停休眠舱的使用。
And numbers. The current power efficiency of the Ark stands at 80.7%, which reflected a decrease of 0.46 compared to yesterday. That's quite a big loss for one day. It is recommended to activate the in-suit resources collection system immediately, or suspend the use of... What? Suspend the use of dormancy capsule?
为什么是休眠舱？
Why is the dormancy capsule?
休眠舱是方舟当前耗能最大的设备，目前方舟主发动机下落不明，如不加以限制，辅助功能系统的能量储备最快将在数年内耗尽。
The dormancy capsule has the highest energy consumption among all facilities aboard the Ark. Yeah, but it's like the most important right now. Stupid AI. Presently, the Ark's primary energy remains unlocated and without intervention. The energy reserves of the... Okay, I need to Google what it is. What power? Auxiliary power system are projected to deplete within a few
主
years.
发动机下落不明，也就是说，相当于一直在使用备用电池吗？
The main
但以方舟的结构来说，主发动机为什么会？
The main engine is unaccountable for. Does that mean it's essentially being running on backup powers? But given the Ark's design, why would the main engine?
不对，这不是重点。
No, that's not the point here.
如果基因库无法正常运转，是因为方舟当前功能不足，那么来自那个时代的所有基因样本，岂不是？
If the gen bank can't operate normally due to insufficient power supply on the Ark, then wouldn't all the genetic samples from that era be at risk?
检测到错误，即将进行纠正。
Error detected. Correcting in progress. Error?
基因库内存放的3844套动植物基因资源，216组人类基因样本，已全部投入使用。
What? The gen bank contains 3,844 sets of flora and fauna genetic resources and 216 sets of human genetic samples, all of which have been fully utilized.
这
What? In an instant, a dreadful feeling gripped her. She was gasping for air, yet still attempting to use her wits to shake it off.
提问：让基因库投入使用的人是谁？
Question: Who initiated the use of the Jane Bank?
是方舟计划执行者格蕾修。
It is the enforcer of Project Ark, griseo. What?
那么，监控系统有记录下当时的画面吗？
Then does the monitoring system have recorded footage from that time?
很遗憾，在监控系统漫长的运行过程中，当年的影像已被完全覆盖，无法调取。
Regrettably, Due to the extended operations of the monitor system, the footage has been from that time has been entirely overwritten and cannot be retrieved.
不过，我可以为你提供方舟起航以来的全部航行日志，它与影像记录的储存原理不同，或许能为你提供更多信息。
But I can't furnish you with the comprehensive navigation log of the Ark signed its inception. It operates on a district storage principle compared to visual recordings and may provide you with additional information.
谢谢。那么，请为我展示。
That would be a great help. Please display it for me now. As she replied the scene in her mind, she did her best to rattle off the ID numbers in the right order. From those recent navigation logs, she would be skimmed through in the bug. That surprises her was that the system recorded logs matched Wilby's presentation down to the last details.
所以，其实只有2种可能。
So when it comes down to it, there could be only 2 possibilities.
其一，小 V 杜撰了这些历史，并让一切在他离开后仍然生效。这听上去似乎过于复杂。其二，小 V 根本没有撒谎，他只是将系统记录下的信息原本地呈现了出来。
On one hand, we could have cooked up this history and make it all work even when she left, which sounds pretty complicated. On the other hand, we might not have lied at all. She simply showed the info as it was stored in the system.
无论格蕾修在方舟坠落时遭遇了什么，最终的结果都是他毫发无伤地沉睡于休眠舱。
Regardless of what
但基因
griseo
库内的基因样本已全部投入使用，也是不争的事实。
Regardless of what griseo went through during the Arctic descent, the end result was that she peacefully slept in the dormancy capture without a scratch. However, it's an undeniable fact that all the genetic sample with the gen bank has been fully utilized.
假设开启基因库的人真是格蕾修，从那一刻起，他就绝无理由继续休眠。
Assuming that griseo is indeed the one who accessed the gen bank, from that moment onward, she had no reason to remain in hibernation.
所以，最有可能的情况，就是某人在格蕾修休眠期间，盗取了他的权限，甚至，那个人就是让格蕾修困于休眠舱的罪魁祸首。
Therefore, the most likely scenario is that someone stole griseo's authorization during her hibernation period. Maybe that person was responsible for griseo being trapped in her dormancy capsule. You already know now, if something bad happening, it must be Vita, right? By the way, what is hibernation? Hibernation. Okay, I see. It's like winter period. At this point, the image of 2 individuals suddenly flashed through her mind. We, who had a deep understanding of the forbidden area. We. That woman who has always appeared in Vita's memories, but has never actually shown up.
不过，无论罪魁祸首是谁，那个人对格蕾修的态度，都具有诸多难解之处。
I'm lost right now in namings. We who has a deep understanding of the forbidden area and that woman who has always appeared in Vita's memories, but has never actually shown up. However, regardless of who the culprit might be, that person's attitude towards griseo raises many puzzles questions.
比如，为什么对方要让格蕾修一直处于休眠状态？当然，这值得庆幸。毕竟从一般犯罪的角度来说
For instance, why did they keep griseo in a state of habitation? All this time, of course, that's something to be thankful of. After all, from a conventional criminal perspective. Ask the monitor system of the Ark's corridor. The moment Fu Hua tapped the screen, she immediately felt a subtle vibration, and there was definitely something that has fallen deep within the corridor due to it. Yes, the screen itself remains
回
unchanged.
廊的监控系统看来是坏了。
Seems like the monitor system in the corridor is malfunctioning.
至于刚刚的声响，去确认一下吧。
As for that noise just now, I will go and check it out. Deja vu. Okay. There's some glass crystals. Pick up.
这碎片，
This fragment.
我似乎在哪里见过。
It feels like I have seen it somewhere.
难道说
Wait, could it be?
富华姐，我们或许应该最先向你介绍这件展品。
Okay, I'm just happy to see Vita. Ah, Fu Hua. We should probably have introduced this exhibit to you
毕
first.
竟整座弗罗斯城都建立在它的基础上。
After all, the entire city of Phosphorus is built on it. Huh?
这并不是普通的碎石，而是一枚创造新生的流星碎片。
This isn't a regular stone, but a meteor fragment that brought forth new life. That brought forth new life.
那是一段弗罗斯城人尽皆知的历史。
Yeah, it's a slice of history that everyone in Phosphorus knows.
如果方舟的碎片就是 V 他们口中创造新生的碎片，
If the fragments of the arcs are indeed what the Vita's referring to as the ones that brought forth new life,
那启明，也就是弗洛斯，就必然是方舟播种后的产物。
then Qiming, also known as Phosphorus, must be product of the arc seeding. Oh wait, so that's kinda cool. So arc was used to make new life on this new planet. Oh my god, this is really cool. Her recent hunch has been proved right, but her current mode was far from being aced. The truth has now put the ones she had last wanted to suspect in the spotlight, awaiting judgment. The truth had now put the ones she had last wanted to suspect in the spotlight. It's griseo itself.
这么说来，代理人究竟是指什么？
By the way, what does representative stand for?
代理人就是代理人啊，我们要承担城市的公共职能，并且为之负责。
A representative is a representative. We are responsible for providing public service.
所以是代理其他市民的意思吗？
Does it mean you represent other citizens?
这么说倒也没错。这座城市的历史可以追溯到最初的创世神话，我们可不能让这样悠久的文明断绝呀。
You can say that. The history of this city dates back to the myth of the world's creation. We can't afford to let such a long-last civilization end.
现在想来 ，V 他们虽然对城市与工作满腔热忱，却对自己究竟在代替何人管理城市闭口不谈。
Now thinking back, even though the Vitas had a passionate commitment to the city and the job, they never disclosed who they were stepping in for.
与此同时，这个人对代理人们的态度也十分怪异。
Meanwhile, that person's attitude towards the representatives was also quite particular. Peculiar? Peculiar? I thought it's particular. It's peculiar. Peculiar.
他愿意给予代理人权限的象征——钥匙，却不允许他们利用钥匙进入禁地，探查方舟。也就是说，他不希望 V 他们知晓禁地里的一切，特别是方舟和格蕾修的存在。
She was willing to grant the representatives the symbol of authorized. She was willing to grant the representatives the symbol of authorities. The key is she didn't allow them to use it to access the forbidden area to investigate the Ark. In other words, she didn't want them to know everything inside, especially the existence of the Ark and griseo.
但换一个角度来想，既然格蕾修就在这里，原封不动，那个人真的害怕代理人们知道城市起源的真相吗？
But looking at this from a different angle, since griseo is right here and untouched, is that person really afraid of the representatives knowing the truth about the city's origin?
算了，与其在这里琢磨，不如回去之后直接问一下小光和小程吧。
Forget it. Instead of pondering here, I might be back. It might be better to go back and just ask Clay and Orange directly. Wow. Action.
现在还剩最后一个调查选项。
No, there's just one investigation left. Accept the monitoring system on the bedroom.
等等，
Wait.
为什么卧室里也有监控？
Well, that's worrying. Why is there a monitor in the bedroom?
检测到疑问，即将进行解答。
Injury? What? Inquiry? Sorry, but... What? Inquiry? Inquiry identified. Response immediate.
方舟仅有一名驾驶员，一旦此人出现健康问题，而系统没能及时反应并做出干预，后果将不堪设想。
The Ark has only one pilot. If this individual experiences health issues and the system fails to respond promptly and intervene, the consequences would be there.
在方舟
Okay,
各处
that's
布设监控
makes
系统，
sense.
本质上都是为了避免此类情况发生。
The deployment of monitor systems through the Ark is fundamentally aimed at preventing such situation from occurring.
我明白了，感谢你的说明。
I understand. Thanks for
不
explanation.
过，你真的确定方舟在第二次起航后，驾驶员仍然仅有一人吗？
However, are you absolutely certain that after the second launch of the Ark, there's still only one pilot on board?
确定。
Affirmative.
那马文又究竟是谁？
Then who is this Marvin?
方舟航行日志中提及马文的日志有328篇，
Marvin?
需要我为你一一调取吗？
In the Ark navigation logs, there are 328 entries referring Marvin. Would you like to retrieve them for you?
不必了。
That wouldn't be necessary.
如果可以，能麻烦你帮我找一找会有马文形象的日志吗？
If possible, could you please assist me in locating the logs that feature deception of Marvin appearance? Deceptions of Marvin's
会有马文
appearance.
形象的日志共23篇，正在为您调取。
23 logs featuring deceptions of Marvin appearance found. Retrieving. The moment the 23 painting lined up in sequence on the Fu Hua screen, Fu Hua was stunned. It wasn't because Marvin's image was particularly astonishing, or because the emotion conveyed in the painting were too moving. Griseo was simply documenting everything as it was. It was precisely this raw authentically that finally made Hua realize in a fact that couldn't have been more obvious. So Marvin is one of the paintings? From the perspective that was granulally evident before her, Project Arc might have been the most challenging of all the plans proposed by the previous era. She not only overlooked this fact, but also underestimated Griseo, who had returned with the Ark thousands of years ago and had made the determination to set sail once more. Okay. I think Griseo created Marvin to look after everything and that put herself to sleep?
出发吧。无论如何，
Time to
我
go,
不
no
能让
matter
格雷修
what.
等待太久。
I cannot keep Griseo waiting any longer. Holy.
是啊，
Yeah.
那个总是躲在画室画画的女孩，她早就成为了一位了不起的英雄。
A remarkable hero. What you want for? Everyone always said that everything started as pure white. It was the case for the light that divided day and night, and it was the case for the cloth where the colors would bloom. But why there was only darkness in front of my eyes now? Griseo?
我这是
What's wrong with me?
小格雷修，你再不起床，好吃的可都要被我吃完了。小格雷修也想和我一起看漫画，
Want Griseo
那
read
可太好
comics
了
with me?
我最喜欢边看边聊了。
It would be awesome. I want chatting while reading comics.
谢谢骑士先生。
Thanks, Mr. Knight.
你要是还想看，下次
If you want to read more next time,
我是说，
I mean,
我们还有
we
很
have
多
got
时间。
plenty of time.
这是什么？
What is this?
格雷修，你到底怎么了？格雷修，你筷
Griseo,
子用的真好。
you use chopsticks really well. Huh?
难不成小格雷修偷偷练习了一晚上，就是为了在今天露一手？
Could it be that you practice silently?
少了你，今年的猫鼠游戏可就办不成了。
你是什么侦探吗？
You, are you a detective or somewhat sort of? Becomes
我才
two.
看了10来页呢。
Just those
抱
pages.
歉，这可
Sorry,
能
this
是我
might
的
be
直觉吧
my gut instincts.
直觉。
Instinct?
格雷修，
Griseo.
骑士
Griseo.
先生，
Mr. Knight?
你在
Are
哪
you
里
here?
呢？
格雷修，你今天开心吗？
Griseo, are you happy today?
我很开心，
I'm
就
really
像走在
happy.
棉花糖上，每一步都很甜。
It's like walking on cotton candy every day.
希望明天
I hope
也
tomorrow
能像今天一样
will be
开
as
心。
happy as today. The moment she merged into that ball of light, she felt much lighter, like there was something in her intangible power, gently holding her body and lifting her forward. Again and again, black mist would seen into the light during this process, and stole the most precious treasures, memories, before hiding somewhere she couldn't go, hiding. But this time the black mist never came. The fully light kept carrying her onward, swimming into the pitch black night. There she saw the memories stolen by the black mist. They had formed mystically memory clouds, raining memories. Emotions bubble with various smells. Some of those bubbles make people happy, some annoyed, and some upset. But most of them somehow made one lonely. At the end of her journey, she came across a little crab that was able to speak. Why leave? The little crab held up his pincers that were made of candy, and waved them at her. Weren't you happy there? After some serious contemplation, she answered, "Before I leave, I can't know where I would be happy outside. But if I only stop because of potential sadness along the way, I will definitely miss out on all the happiness in the world." Bon voyage then, the little crab nodded, before retreating into the night. Meanwhile, she continued to swim towards the daylight.
格雷修，你终于醒了。
Griseo, you finally awake.
骑士先生，
Mr. Knight?
早上好。
Good morning.
你
You?
现在应该说下午好才对。
No, it should be good afternoon.
我睡了这么久吗？
Huh? Have I slept that long?
是啊，你真的睡了很久，久到我都有点害怕了。
Yeah. You have really slept for a long time. So long that I was getting scared.
抱歉，下次我不会这样了。
Sorry, I won't do it
这
again.
次是因为很久都没有睡得这么香，所以才久违的赖了床。
I only slept this time because I hadn't been sound asleep for an eternity.
居然真是这样，我还以为这是苏为了安慰我才编出来的善意谎言呢。
Really? Really? I thought it was just a wide lie Sue made up to console me.
苏叔叔不会这样啦，
Uncle Sue wouldn't do that.
倒是骑士先生，一直以来都把自己绷得太紧了。
You are always wound up so tightly, Mr. Knight.
或许是吧。
Perhaps.
对了，先别说我了，你感觉如何？
In any case, let's focus on you first. How are you feeling?
我现在感觉很好，说不定最后一张原画今晚就能画完呢。
I'm feeling great. I even think that I can finish the last painting tonight. The knight pauses, then pokes her forehead with the top of his finger.
小孩子不能熬夜。
Kids shouldn't stay up late. Kids shouldn't stay up late.
我明白，骑士先生，
I know, Mr. Knight,
但格雷修
but griseo is not a kid anymore?
他早就不是小孩子了。
She hadn't been a kid for a long time. Oh. She hadn't been a kid for a long, long time. Huh? Right at that moment, the knight suddenly found that something has long changed quietly in a place that has escaped his attention. But he didn't have time to ponder. For Griseo has grasped his cold, iron hand with an expression she had never seen before.
骑士先生，
Mr. Knight,
那些你没办法对我挑明的真相，我已经想起了一些。
I have recalled some of those truths that you couldn't tell me explicitly.
虽然肯定没有你记得的今天多，但这一次，我想和你一起努力。
Though it could not be compared to the 2 days that you remember. I do want to strive for it together with you this time. For a moment, Knight fell silent. He could feel some kind of gentle current that was long left behind, getting mixed in the paint that formed him. A painting doesn't have something as precious as a heart. It told itself. Then, why did the colors that had reflection in his eyes become silent, and even something bitter just now? Somewhat bitter just now.
骑士先生，这种时候要开心一点，
Mr. Knight, be happy in times like this, okay?
而且我们已经成功一半了。
Besides, we have won half the battle.
骑士先生，在过去，每当我产生想要离开的想法时，这一天都不允许我和大家告别，
In
他
the
会强行中断一切，再把我拉回原点。
In the past, whenever the thought of leaving occurred to me, this day just refuses to let me say goodbye to everyone. It would put an end to everything by force and bring me back to the stars.
但现在，不知道为什么，他并没有这么做，
But now, I don't know why, it didn't do that.
所以，这反而是一次难得的好机会，对吧？
So, it's actually a rare opportunity, yes?
对，
That's right.
那么，就由我去做到这一点吧。
Then, let me do that.
你不需要我陪你一起吗？
Don't you need to accompany me? To keep your company? As usual, it hinted at something and anticipated an answer somewhere deep down.
不用啦，我偶尔也要勇敢一回呢。
No need. I need to rely on myself alone sometimes. This is fine, it told itself. It was true, as Griseo said, that she wasn't a child anymore. yet as her figure received. An image rapidly unfolded before the knight's eyes. It was a picture scroll that debated. It was a picture scroll that debated back thousands of years. Despite its dullness, it still contains the strokes of and emotions all too familiar to the knight. Perhaps the scroll had always been there, and it was merely because of the choice of she and it both made that it returned to reality. Speak to Fu Hua.哎呦啊 boy.
华姐姐，
我
格蕾修，
griseo?
怎么样？这一觉睡得还好吗？
How did you sleep?
这应该是我睡得最好的一觉了。
It's probably the best one in my whole life.
你这一睡，算是把骑士先生给吓坏了，
You almost give Mr. Knight a heart attack.
连丹珠也趁此机会，对回来时衣衫破了几处的我，好好说教了一番。
Even Nuo took advantage of the chance to reprimand me for coming back in ragged clothes.
无论如何，在照顾自己这方面，我们彼此都需要更加注意，不能总是让那些关心我们的人担心。
Anyways, in terms of looking after ourselves, we both need to pay more attention to that those who care about us won't always worry sick.
我明白了。
You're right.
说到这个，华姐姐，我可不可以考你一个问题？
On that note, Hua, can I ask you a question?
当然可以。
Certainly.
好，那我问了。
Well, the thing is,
在休眠舱睡觉的时候，我总是会把华姐姐以前送我的玉佩戴上。你猜，这是为什么？
when sleeping in the dormancy capsule, I would always put on the jade pendant you gave me. Do you know why? I would always put on the jade. By the way, we did found the jade pendant outside of dormancy capsule. By the way, do I even pronounce it right? Dormancy? Yeah.
因为你认为它能保佑你这一趟旅途平平安安。
Because you think it can be blessed you with safe journey?
对了一半。
Only partially correct.
那么，是这块玉佩给了你安全感吗？
Well then, does the jade pendant give you a sense of security?
就像过去，你总喜欢把大家送你的礼物分门别类的堆在床上，打造自己的专属空间那样。
Just like good old times, you always like to sort out and pile the gifts everyone gave you on the bed to make a space of your own.
嗯，
Yeah,
不过还有最重要的一点，
but you
华
ignored
姐姐没能猜
the
出来。
most important part.
我选择戴上它，是因为它和华姐姐一样，总是暖暖的。
Oh. I chose to put it on because it gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling, just like you do.
哪怕进入休眠，这份温度也会不断提醒我，让我知道，我仍在梦里。
Even fall asleep, This warmth will keep remind me that I'm still in a dream.
但现在，哪怕我已经意识到这是我创造的梦境，却仍旧没有感受到玉佩的温度。
But no, even if I had already realized that this was a dream I created, I still couldn't feel the warmth of the jade pendant.
这就说明
Oh nine.
很可能已经发生了什么糟糕的事情。
That means something horrible must be happening outside. You're goddamn right, girl.
所以这里的一切都是你的梦，而我
So
也是你
everything
梦中的
here
我。
is just part of your dream, including me?
果然是这样吗？
So it's true.
对不起，花姐姐。
I'm sorry, Hua.
为什么要说对不起？你是觉得不应该告诉我真相吗？
Why do you apologize? Do you think that you shouldn't tell me the truth?
不，我反而觉得自己应该更早一点告诉你。
No, instead, I think I should have told you far earlier.
这样，你就不用在这里一直陪着我，不断重复这一天了。
That way, you should be free of being trapped here in this day with me.
你错了，格雷修。
Man, stop! You're wrong, Griseo.
无论你问我多少次，恐怕我
Regardless
的回答都不会改变。
of how many times you ask
和你
me,
们在一
my
起的
answer
时
will be
刻
the same. The time spent
就
with
是我最
you,
开心、最放松的时刻。
it's
我也
like
是
most.
啊，花姐姐。接下来就该找丹珠姐姐了。
Next, I should have a look at
不过
Nova.
就算我不去找她，她也会急着来找我的吧？
But even if I don't, she will come to me in a hurry. Hello, you two.
丹珠姐姐，苍玄姐姐，
Nova, Fuxia,
小格雷修。
little Griseo. Before Griseo had a chance to explain the reason for her being here, he was already in Nova's arms.
小格雷修，这次是我考虑不周，一口气拜托你画了这么多张画。
Little Griseo, sorry. Asking you to complete so many paintings at once was a lapse of judgment on my part this time.
虽然我真的非常期待那些画，但我也不希望看到今天的事再次出现。
Despite my intense applications of getting my hands on those paintings, I don't even want to see the history repeats itself.
格雷修，丹珠她因为这件事自责了一个上午。
Griseo, Nova has been blaming herself for an entire morning.
但好在，你真的只是因为太累了，才睡了这么长的时间。
But fortunately, it seems like you end up at sleeping in just because you were exhausted.
不然今天熬夜的人，可能又要换一个了。
Otherwise, there would be yet another poor soul with no shut eye tonight.
抱歉，让大家担心了。
I'm sorry for worrying you guys.
别这么说，人没事比什么都好。不过看小格雷修的样子，似乎还有别的话想说。
Don't say that. No matter. Is that you find. No matter. Don't say that. What matters is that you're fine now. But judging by your look, you have something else to say?
我猜和你之后的打算有关。
Let me guess. It has something to do with your plan for later.
姐姐们猜对了。
Yeah, you're right.
我要和骑士先生一起离开这里，因为这里只是我的一场梦。
I'm going to live here with Mr. Knight, since all of this is just my dream.
苍玄，你怎么看？
Foxy, what do you
格
think?
雷修不会说谎，
不如说，当他说出这件事时，我感到很欣慰。
Griseo won't lie. Strangely, I feel proud when she said it out loud.
苍玄姐姐，
Foxy?
不过，既然你意识到了这里是梦境，我们这些依托想象而生的人，应该过不了多久，就会重新融入你的记忆。
But now that you have realized this is your dreamland, those created by your imagination, like us, should soon be merged into your memory again.
而在那之前，
And before that, all of a sudden Fuxi turned around and ate his sister
或
Nova.
许梦境之外的我已经得到了答案，但此刻的我，对他依然一无所知。
Maybe the me outside in this dream was gotten her answers, but the me right here still has no idea about it. So I want to ask you,
弹珠，创作神话对你而言，到底意味着什么？
Nuva, what on earth does creating a myth means to you?
我还以为是什么大事呢，原来你一直想问的就是这个呀。
So that's what you want to ask all along. I thought you were going to ask me something important.
就是因为它并不重要，所以我才会一直拖到现在吗？
Well, I keep telling until now just because it's kind of trivial.
好吧，既然姐姐你突然这么认真，那我也不能敷衍了事。
Fine, see as you are suddenly so serious, I can't brush this aside either. Those with her gaze fixated on the lotus floating on the pool, Nuva pondered in silence for 7 minutes, until the lotus leaves swayed softly from the certain caress of the blaze.
姐姐，我们毕竟是普通人，在新的文明刚刚诞生的现在，能活到100岁都算奇迹了。
See, we are mere mortals after all. In times of the birth of a new civilization like now, it's already a miracle to live 100 years.
这100年对于文明来说当然算不上什么，但对于我们自己，却又足够漫长。
100 years may mean nothing to a civilization, but as for us, it's long enough.
你也知道，我不像华那样有责任心，无论过去或未来，我都不打算让他们影响我的生活。
As you know, I'm not always responsible like Hua, but in the future or the past, I don't plan to let them influence my life.
要是有选择，我肯定不会接受一份贯彻始终、没有物质回报，还要全凭意志和信念去推动的工作。
If I have a choice, I would never ever accept a job solidly driven by sheer willpower and fate without remuneration.
顺带一问，你会吗？
By the way, would you accept that?
如果这事儿有得选，谁会啊？
If there's a choice, no one would.
所以，当我终于意识到这件事的时候，就产生了一个想法。既然坚持如此困难，那当然要创造一个能够让大家快快乐乐坚持下去的环境呀。
Therefore, when I finally came to realize that, an idea broke in my head. It's so difficult to carry on. Why don't I create a world where everyone can carry on happily?
我要扭曲所有未来人的意志，让他们将我们曾经的一切传承下去。
I want to change the mind of everyone in the future, so that they will pass on what we had once.
我不仅要让
Once had.
先行者们的努力被所有人称颂，还要让那些人在遥远的未来能够自己创造出我最喜欢的东西。
I want not only for the efforts of the pioneers to be acclaimed by everyone, but also for those in the distant future to create what I love most.
无论手办
漫画、小说还是游戏，我都要让他们在文明中永远存在，成为所有人的不朽丰碑。这
Figures,
就是我创作一切的起点，也是
manga, novels, as well as games. And I need them all to forever exist in the civilizations and be the undying monument for everyone, which is how my creation initiated. And
先行者对我而言的意义。
what a pioneer means to me,
还真是自我。
half whole self-centered.
不过，倒也不坏。
But that doesn't sound so bad.
那当然，
Well, of
哪
course.
怕时间过去了3000年、4000年、5000年，我
Even
的神
3,
话也一样会烙印在这片大地之上。
even 3, 4, or 5,000 years later, my legends will still be etched into this very land.
而终有一天，
And one day,
终有一天，他们会知道，填海并非幻想，
they will know.
逐日不无可能。
They will know that it's not impossible to fill up the ocean and catch up to the sun.
至于他们究竟会不会做得更好，
As for it, they can do it better.
格雷修，就拜托那时的你再画一幅画，来告诉我们吧。
Griseo, I'm counting on you to tell us with a painting. Griseo, I'm counting on you to tell us with a painting then.
嗯，
Sure.
然后
And then, Sue and
是凯文
Kevin.
叔叔和苏叔叔。
Shushu. Chiche is sister? They probably already know everything. And they prepared a crystal ball for us. The city of... What city is this? Hmm.
格雷修，好久不见。
Griseo, it's been a while.
好久不见，凯文叔叔、苏叔叔。
A while indeed, Uncle Kevin, Uncle Sue.
真想不到，我们才刚刚见面，就又要彼此分别了。
I never thought that we would part ways again so soon, when we had just reunited.
苏叔叔，这也是你的能力吗？
Uncle Sue, is this also one of your abilities?
与能力无关，你的眼神已告诉了我一切。
Not at all. Your eyes speak for themselves.
它没有半分迷惘，饱含对未来的憧憬，一如你去年决定离开我们的暂居地，独自旅行时一样。
There isn't suspicion or confusion in your gaze. Instead, it's beaming with your anticipation for the future, just like when you decided to leave our temporary settlement and travel alone last year.
那段时间，我真的很感谢苏叔叔和凯文叔叔的照顾，当然，现在也是。
I was really grateful to you for taking care of me at that time. And I still am.
如果说照顾，恐怕还谈不上。
Taking care? Far from it.
毕竟，除了一个稍显简陋的房间，一段并不长久的陪伴，以及一个又一个旧有的结局。
After all, apart from a rather simple room, some short company, as well as the ending of the one old friends after another.
我们什么都没能为你留下，格雷修。
We left nothing for you, Griseo.
凯文叔叔，
Uncle Kevin.
事实上，
在那个阳光灿烂的午后，是你自己走出了过去在你灵魂中投下的阴影。
Truth be told, it was you who outran the ghost from the past on that sunny afternoon.
尽管尚未融入陌生而崭新的世界，尽管尚不知晓未来当何去何从，但你已不会为悲伤和痛苦激流脚步，亦不会为瞬息欢愉旧期幻梦。
Though there is still a long and winding road to investigate with this new yet strange world and acknowledge where your future lies, you will never stop moving because of sadness, nor Linda in a dream for a brief taste of bliss.
对我而言，这倒属于能力的范畴。
If you ask me, that is more than an ability.
不过，即便是幻梦，只要梦者有心，那一缕连接虚实的丝线，便不会轻易断去。
But even it's just a dream, once there is a will, that thread interwilling the reality, and the dreamland will not break easily.
是啊，它一直都在那里。
It has been there all along. Oh. The Eden's gift.
最后，就剩我们了，骑士先生。
They only left us. Us, Mr. Knight. No, not again! Huh?
已经足够了，夫人，小羊。接
That's
下来
enough, fair lady. Leave
就
the
交
rest,
给我和骑
Mr.
士先
Knight,
生吧。
to me. Okay. I guess it's fine now. I think it's I think it's time to say goodbye to little Griseo. Speak with Mr. Knight.
骑士先生，我回来了。
Mr. Knight, I'm back.
欢迎回来，格雷修。你的告别还顺利吗？
Welcome back, Griseo. Did your farewell go smoothly?
很顺利，大家都已经消失了。
Yes, everyone is gone now.
这还真是前所未有的情况。
That's unprecedented?
说不定这才是刚刚开始呢。
But maybe this is just the beginning.
骑士先生，你还记得我们究竟是怎么来到这一天的吗？
Mr. Knight, do you still remember how we came to this day?
我记得，在方舟返航之后，我们先是与凯文、苏一同生活了1个月。
Certainly. After the Ark returned, we lived with Kevin and Sue for a month at first.
紧接着，我们进行了长达1年的旅行。在途经神州时，偶遇丹珠和苍玄，并接受了他们2人的邀请，来到太虚山小住了一段时间。
Right after that, we began our year-long journey in Chenzo. We came across Nova and Fuchs and accepted their offer to live in Mount Taishu for a while.
在这期间，一定发生了什么，才让你我陷入了无法逃离的今天。
During our stay there, something must have happened that causes us to be trapped in one day,
但这并不是事情的真
in
相。
today. But that's not the truth of it.
在和大家一一告别之后，我想起了更多关于今天的细节，也终于能够理解究竟是什么造就了今天。
After bidding everyone goodbye, I recalled more details about today and finally come to realize that had led us to it.
现实中的格蕾修，在离开太虚山前就明确了未来的方向。他也真的在不久后践行了自己的话。
The griseo in reality has a detailed plan for her future before she left Mount Taishuan. Not long after that, she really put her idea into practice.
他决定继续执行方舟计划。
And she decided to proceed with Project Arc.
在那之后，格蕾修再次登上了修复完毕的方舟，并沿着全新的路线开始了航行。
Yes, after that, Griseo embarked on the fully repaired Arc again and started her journey knowing a brand new road. Following a brand new road.
在很久很久之后的某一天，一股强大的力量捕获了方舟，还将它困在休眠舱中。
However, one day long after that, a great power captured the Ark and trapped her in hibernation.
他所珍爱的玉佩
Hibernation.
也在这个过程里意外掉落，不知去向。
The jade pendant she cherished so much was also lost during the process, nowhere to be found.
虽然他还有我，但这艘船上从始至终
Why is a
只
question
他一
mark?
个人。
Though she had me, she was still all along on that ship, right from the start.
当他的意识一点点沉入黑暗时，平日里颜色最淡的我，第一次拥有了精神的实体。
When she gradually lost consciousness, I, the plane's palace one, had a spiritual body for the first time.
但我开心不起来，因为我就是他的孤独和无助。我越是完整，反而越不能代表格蕾修。
But I was not happy at all, since I represented her loneliness and helplessness. The more complete I was, the less I could represent
为
Griseo.
了保护他，我用从他那里得到的所有颜色，隔绝了黑暗的侵袭，再辅以他平常无意中弄到我身上的其他颜色，创作了他最喜欢的一天。
Oh my god, it's way too dang. To protect her, I took advantage of all the colors I got from her to shield her from the assault of darkness and created her favorite day with the other colors she unconsciously got to me on me.
我知道，一旦这么做，自己就会因为失去本来的颜色而忘记一切。所以，在最后的最后，我还留下了预防意外事件的习作。
I knew that I would forget everything once I was devoid of colors. Thus, at the very end, I left a draft as a particular measure against emergencies.
只是，我没有想到，这些颜色或许还有混入其中的未知成分，竟然在后来扭曲了我创作的本意。
It's just that I didn't think that those colors maybe with some other unknown elements mixed in them, caused my initial intention to do a completely 180.
它擅自模糊了喜欢的分量，又为一天蒙上了永远的滤镜。
They blurred the weight of that term favorite all on their own and proceeds to pull the filter off forever on a single day.
而在之后的事，就和你知道的一模一样了。
What happened after? I guess you already know, Mr. Knight.
真正的格雷修，
Wait, what? Or should I call you the real griseo? Knight?
我不明白你在说什么。我是你创造的骑士，
I don't understand. I am the
不
knight
应该是这样吗？
you created. Isn't that so? It thought
你
itself.
只是用近似痕的颜色，为自己创造了一层骑士的保护壳，
It's way too dang.
或者说，只是因为我们身处此处，不能合二为一，事情才会变成这样。
You just used colors akin to others and created a perspective shell of a knight of yourself. Or maybe it's because we are here and I can unite as one that everything turns out like this.
话虽如此，但我也不知道真正的痕会怎么讲话，因为那个时候的你还小，没有我们现在这么丰富的颜色。
But even with that being said, I had no clue how the real Otto talks. And you were so young that at that time and didn't have so many colors.
不过，我知道现在的格雷修会怎么讲话，
But I do know how Griseo talks.
毕竟，要说谁最了解你，当然是在方舟起航之后，一直陪伴着你的我呀。
Man, this is way too adorable. After all, the one who understands you the most must be me, who keeps you company ever since the ark set sail. Oh my god, I'm not ready. Something seems to have broken. And the animated color that always surrounded its armor finally pounded into this crack. Yes, in this dream that endlessly repeats a day, there was one person who kept the passing of time all along, but her memories about herself has been stolen by someone mysterious power. And when she finally remembered everything, Knight,
你是
you are
我的灰色马文，
Marvin. My great color Marvin?
你终于想起来啦。
Finally remember. I don't understand what's
不
happening.
过，在我把颜色全部收回来之前，你还是叫我纯白吧。
But before I take all the colors back, please call me pure white.
毕竟我现在的性格可比灰色积极多了。
My personality is far more positive than gray, no, after all,
而且也更像过去的你。
and more like the past you.
好，
Sure,
纯白，我想你说的对，
I think you're right, pure white.
在绝对的力量面前，在形似最后关头的一刻，尽管经历了漫长的遨游，我也只是下意识地呼唤着父亲母亲， 试图躲在他们的身后。
Before the absolute power, at the seemingly last moment, even after such a long journey, I was still calling for father and mother subconsciously, trying to hide behind those bags.
这副厚重的铠甲，它或许减弱了我的恐惧，却也淡化了我的自我认知和记忆。
This thick armor, though it probably subdue my fear, it also rendered my self-recognition and memories nearly non-existent.
于是，在最初的今天，成为了骑士的格蕾修与纯白的马文相遇了。
Therefore, on the first today, Griseo the Knight meet Marvin the Pure White.
但这不应该怪你。我们都感受到的那股力量，它才是罪魁祸首。
But that wasn't your fault. We both felt that power. The real culprit.
你误会了。
Oh, you must have been mistaken.
时至今日，我依然认为，幻境中的那一日，的确是无比快乐的一天。尽管这种快乐，随着它的重复，注定越来越稀薄。
Even though I still hold the opinion that I was indeed on Cloud 9 that day in a dream, though this kind of pressure is doomed to fade away, as that day replays again.
我曾尝试讲出我所知道的那一部分真相，寻求你们的帮助，或者直接带着你离开太虚山，但结果都没有任何区别。
I once tried to utter that part of the trust I knew, and I asked you help. I even tried to take you out of Mount Taishu directly, but they all proven to be fruitless.
在我挑明真相的瞬间，在我踏出太虚山的下一秒，那股力量都会让一切立刻重启。
The instant the truth came to light, the second I was out of Mount Taishu, that power would always press rewind.
更糟的是，在我进行了种种尝试后，你也在接下来的新一天无故晕倒，任凭我怎样呼唤，都没能苏醒。
Worse still, after I tried this and that, you would faint without rhythm or reason. From the next day, nothing I say could awake you.
就像今天一样，对吗？
Just like today, isn't it?
因为经历过这件事，我意识到，如果这也是循环的副作用，那么我就绝不能强硬地对抗这种循环。
Yes, after that experience, I acknowledge that if it was the side effect of the cycle, then it would be pointless to fight it head on.
于是，我转而开始利用我独立于循环，能够保有记忆的特性，引导你产生离开的想法。
Thus, I began to take advantage of my immunity to the cycle and my memories to direct you to the way out.
我想，如果你产生了离开的念头，说不定循环就会不攻自破。
I thought that maybe the cycle would end itself if you could enter the idea of leaving.
可惜，这类尝试也没有成功。
Shame that that idea also failed.
这也让我渐渐确信了一件事：既然我们无论如何都无法终止循环，那股力量就只可能存在于今天之外。
That made me realize that the power that could only exist outside of today seeing as all our efforts to end, the cycle ended up being further.
也许它是某种装置，也许它是某种能力，它在今天之外，我们对它毫无办法。
Maybe it's some kind of deceive, or an ability of some sort. It's outside of today and can't be affected by us, but
也正是因为它在今天之外，所以无论它是什么，也都不可能让今天永远是今天。如果我们完全放弃，倒是正中它的下怀。
precisely because of that, it's impossible for it, whatever it is, to make today forever be today. If we just don't give up, we fall right into a trap.
所以，哪怕没有人能知道真相，哪怕没有人能帮你，哪怕能让你坚持下来的只是一个猜想。
Therefore, even if no one would ever know the truth, no one could help you out. And the thing that keeps you functioning was merely an assumption.
每一个今天，你都会不着痕迹地引导我，试图通过这种温和的方式，等待改变出现的时机。
Even today, you will guide me while leaving no trace, waiting for the change to come in a slow, gentle fashion.
我倒也没有那么坚定。你想嘛，我甚至以为自己就是这个现实中不存在的骑士先生。
Oh, I assume you. Oh, I assume I'm not so stoic. You know, I had the thought that I was some Mr. Knight, not really existing in reality.
在很久之前的某个今天，我也曾打算保持沉默，不引导你的想法，像第一个今天那样，享受和朋友们在一起的快乐。
On a today long ago, I also planned to stay silent and not direct your thoughts. Solely enjoying a good time with friends, like the first today.
但我终究做不到。
But in the end, I couldn't do that.
我还是无法控制自己去担心你的状况，去思索我们的未来。
I just couldn't stop
而那些藏入
myself.
盔甲下的烦恼，也都被你看在眼里。
Just couldn't stop myself from worrying about you, about our future, and those troubles hiding beneath the armor never escaped your sharp eye.
你说，因为我不开心，所以你也没那么开心了。
You say that you were not happy because I wasn't.
所以，为了带你体验到真正的快乐，我决定再坚持一下。
Oh my god. So I decided to keep going in order to give you a taste of pure happiness.
原来如此，
I see.
你过去走出凯文他们的那间房子时，应该也是类似的心情吧？
When you walk out of Kevin's house, you should be feeling the same, right?
那一天，你只是突然觉得外面阳光正好，应该出去走走。
That today, you just suddenly deemed the weather nice enough for a walk.
于是，你开始了环球旅行。
And so, you began the journey around the world.
いい天気だし、私たちもそろそろ目を覚ますべきだよ。今回も失敗するかもしれないのに、 失敗しても私が一緒にいるから。私たちが本物の太陽を目にするまで。
Past ghost, wild dreams, rapture, and anguish. Everything stilled in the gentle white glow. Like the silent universe. Like the mute stars. The night embraced solitude and returned to herself. Oh, it's scared. Oh my god.
本当に長い夢だったね。
It was really long dream. She's so beautiful. Oh.
先确认一下现在的时间吧。我记得控制台在那个方向。
Oh, it still keep going? I thought it's the last. How long is this chapter? Oh. So the griseo did woke up.
脚步声。
Footsteps?
格雷修。
Griseo?
啊
Oh. Oh my god. It's grown up griseo. Where did you get your clothes from? Oh.
花姐姐，
Watch it.
你果然没事，
Thank goodness you're fine.
太好了，真是太好了。
I'm so happy.
我没事，花姐姐，
I'm fine, thank you, Hua.
除了身体还有点使不上力气之外，我一切都好。还有，
She also does sound more mature, right? My body still feels a little weak, but apart from that, everything is good and
好久不见，
long time no see.
确实
Yes, long time no
好久
see.
不见。
The two exchanged all the information they currently
原
had.
来休眠舱停止运作，是因为华姐姐切断了它与功能系统的连接，而暗中的敌人也是对休眠舱本身做了手脚。
So the dormancy capsule only stopped functioning because you severed the connection between it and the power system. And our enemy also fiddled with it.
不过就算没有我，只要你再坚持一段时间，功能系统也会因你在循环中的消耗而停止运转。
Yeah, however, even if I'm not here, as long as you hold on for a while longer, the power system will stop running due to your energy consumption in the cycle.
我只是帮你把终点线往前挪了一小段而已。反过来说，要是你早已放弃希望，
I just
那么不论我事后做什么，恐怕都无济于事。
I just helped you move the finishing line a little closer. On the contrary, if you have give up struggling, then nothing I do could change the ending.
这多亏了马文，
It's all thanks to Marvin.
如果他没有在一开始就为我创造这一天，我的精神恐怕早就被空无一物的黑暗吞噬了吧。
If it
就
had
像博物馆角落里
那些无人在意的画作。
If it hadn't created this day at the beginning, my mind wouldn't have long succumbed to the nothingness in the dark. Just like those paintings, left collecting dust in the corner of the museum.
马文吗？
Marvin, huh?
一开始，我还以为他是你在方舟休整期交到的新朋友，类似于机械助手。
At first I thought it was a new friend that you made during the maintenance period of the arc. Akin to a mechanical assistant. That's what I thought
但当系
too.
统将马文相关的画一一展示在屏幕上时，我才意识到，原来在你的笔下，孤独竟然可以有这么多种形态。
Only when the system displayed the painting related to Marvin on the screen did I realize that loneliness couldn't make so many forms.
它可以是一只在繁星间
Wouldn't have
捉
so
迷藏
many
的灰
forms.
色小鸟，一朵快要枯萎的鲜花，一支手舞足蹈的画笔，也可以是一个圆头圆脑的机器人。
It can be a grey bird playing hide and seek among the stars, a withering flower, a dancing painting brush, or a round-headed robot.
当然，它更是你。
And of course, most of all, it's also you. Yes,
虽然马文不能和我之外的人说话，但我可以把他的话转告给花姐姐。
I thought Marvin can't speak to anyone else but me. I can tell you what it said.
他说：“谢谢你找到了格雷修。
It said, "Thank you for finding griseo,
也谢谢你发现了我。
and thank you for finding me."
倒也不必这么正式。
Oh, how it's from chivalry, right? From chivalrous. Chivalrous.
好，
Yeah, but as Gazelle left the words unseen, Fu Hua also seems to notice something, her face flashing with impressive worry, imperceptible worry. But before long, a smile curved Griseo's lips again, because she believed that when a certain distant path would reach this moment, it must be already embraced and ending with no regret. Be it with the other pioneers, or for the Hua that right in front of her.
花姐姐，聊了这么久，我们还是进入当下的正题吧。
Hua, let's wrap up the small talk and get back to the
确
topic.
实，对于目前的情况，我们彼此
Sure,
都还有很多需要弄明白的事。
sure, about the current situation, there are still so many things we need to know.
花姐姐，你知道自己为什么会出现在这里吗？
Do you know why we are here?
听语气，你似乎已经知道答案了。
Judging from your tone, you seem to have already the answer.
对，虽然华姐姐对自己来到这里的原因有了初步判断，但我还是要补充一点。
Yes, although you have formed a rough idea of why you're here, I still need to add that
花姐姐，你现在并不是完全的花，
you're not complete Fu Hua right now. What do you mean?
你身上的颜色 有一种半透明的质感，并且依附在另一种我很熟悉的颜色之上。
The colors of you somehow seem transcluded, and are attached to another colors which I'm very familiar with.
如果不用颜色的说法，现在的华姐姐恐怕是被谁以投影的姿态传送到了这里。你是通过自己的影子而非真身，在这里进
What's
行调查。
happening? To put it another way, it's highly likely that the real Fu Hua is projected here by someone. You are here investigating through your shadow, not your physical body. Hua fell silent. Even though she had made her fair shade of analysis about the current situation, she hadn't enhanced that possibility
格
before.
雷修，这种观察是凭借你的能力吗？
Griseo, is this observation due to your abilities?
毕竟循环里的华姐姐说过，沾染颜色的前提就是洞见那个人自己都难以察觉的本质。
Yes. After all, the Hua in the cycle taught me that the precondition of getting colored is to see the true colors. As someone that every can hardly perceive.
他倒是把我过去想说，但一直没机会说的话说出来了。
She actually said the thing that I wanted to say but never had the chance to. Yes, after all, the Hua in the cycle taught me that the recognition of getting colored is to see the true colors of someone that even they can hardly perceive.
不过，既然你能看穿本质，那此刻的方舟存在与崩坏有关的颜色吗？
However, if you can see this nature, then is there any color related to Honkai or the Ark now? Griseo shook her head.
就像华姐姐知道的那样，方舟上唯一与崩坏能密切相关的发动机，现在下落不明。
What do you mean? So no Honkai here or what? As you know, the only thing closely related to the Honkai energy on the Ark is the engine, which is now nowhere to be found.
那，如果我们把视角拉远，放眼整个启明，或者说，位于本征世界某处的这颗星球呢？
Then what if we expand our range of the whole of Qiming, which is to say, to a planet that's located somewhere in the real world?
如果在坠落前，方舟没有大幅度变换航向，那么我们此刻应该身处于太阳系的边缘。
If the arc hadn't taken a sharp turn of direction before I fell, we should have been on the edge of the solar system by now. On the edge of the solar system? Where could it be? Looks like we will find out. And so they learned about the situation. The two.
提问：方舟目前所在的星球究竟位于哪里？
Question: Where is the planet where the Ark is currently located?
方舟坠落后生成的最后一份记录报告显示，方舟坠落点距离太阳约4500个天文单位，大约是海王星到太阳距离的150倍。
The last recorded report after the Ark fall indicated that it fell about 4,500 astronomical units from the Sun, which is about 150 times the distance from Neptune to the Sun.
不过，虽然该星球距离太阳极远，却奇妙地拥有
That's a
充
lot.
足的光照资源、水资源和2颗天然卫星，且未曾有过崩坏爆发的迹象。经系统综合评定，适宜播种。
However, despite its extreme distance from the Sun, the planet is surprisingly abundant in light and water, as well as possessive 2 natural satellites with no sight of Honkai. After the system comprehensive evacuation, it is suitable for cultivation.
距离太阳如此遥远，这里本应没有任何光和热才对。
Being so far from the sun, there should be no trace of light and heat here.
等等，太阳。
Wait, the sun?
格雷修，这里的城市代理人曾经向我展示过一幅画卷，说那是关于世界起源的创世神话。
Griseo, the city representatives here have once showed me a scroll, claiming that it's the myth about the origin of
在
this
那幅画
world.
的某处，藏有一抹奇怪的光亮。我当时并未过多在意，只将它当作某种特别的矿石。
Somewhere on the scroll, there was a strange shining spot, which I consider unimportant at the time, and regarding it some kind of special awe.
而至于对地球来说最关键的阳光，
As for the sunshine, the most vital thing for the earth.
在城市代理人针对是否能让我进入博物馆的讨论结束之前，我就留心观察过这里的天空。那里不存在任何类似太阳的发光体，有的只是一整片无极的光亮。
Before the discussion of the city representatives over whether I could be admitted to the museum was over, before the discussion of the city representatives over where I could be admitted to the museum was over, I had to watch the sky carefully. There was no sun-like illumination object, only a boltless sheet of light.
在太阳系边缘做到这种程度，也太不可思议了。
To think they achieved so much while being on the edge of the solar system, incredible.
如果仅仅是关于自然现象的不可思议，或许还能用崩坏能加以解释。可有一个矛盾却与此不同。
Oh no. If it's just about the incredibility of a nature phenomenon, it might be explained by the Honkai energy. But there's one contradiction. Okay, so, but no.
无论那个创世神话，亦或坊间闲谈，都存在着关于太阳与日的抽象概念。
Be it in the myth of creation or the gossip of the streets, there is the abstract concept of solar and sun.
这就说明，最初传递这个概念的人，见过真正的太阳，也了解太阳对文明的重要性。
That should suggest that the people who first passed on the concept that seen the real sun and understood the mere importance of it to civilization.
而如果我们将这一推测加入捕获方舟、令你休眠，并擅自播种的幕后黑手的行动中，
And if we relate the theory to the efforts of those behind the capture of the Ark, you being put to sleep, and the seed showing without permission.
你是说，传递这个概念的人，以及对我和方舟出手的人，有可能是同一存在？
So you could say that the person who passed on this concept and the person who did it to me on the Ark, and the Ark could be the same one?
没错。而且，虽说微小，但也不能完全排除这个人 此刻仍潜藏在方舟之中的可能性。
Right. Besides, although small, it does not completely rule out the possibility that this person could still be hidden in the Ark at this moment.
提问：方舟内部此刻有多少人？
Question: How many people are there in the Ark right now? Oh, that's scary. Don't say 3. Don't phrase 3.
2人，一位是驾驶员，一位是华。
Okay, 2. One being the pilot, the other Hua, right?
还好，
Good, good.
小黄和小蓝确实不在这里，
So yellow and blue weren't here at all.
也就是说，我虽然意外找到了失踪多年的格蕾修，却仍旧没有触及起名异变的根本原因。
Although, that is to say, although I accidentally found Griseo who has been missing for years, I was still nowhere near the route caused by the state change of Qiming.
甚至，由于格蕾修的投影之说，我反而无法完全排除自己的嫌疑。
Worse still, I can't make myself about suspicion because of Griseo's theory of projection.
毕竟，从时间上看，异变的确在我来到启明之后才发生，而小光和小程或许早有这方面的猜想，但还是决定给予我信任。
After all, in terms of time, the change did not happen until after I came to Qiming. Perhaps Cyan and Orange have long suspected this, but they still decided to trust me. Oh,
华姐姐，你听到外面的声音了吗？
did you hear the noises outside?
去看看吧，我有点担心外面的小光他们。
Let's go check it out. I'm a little worried about them. Oh my god, all... Oh. What?
怎么会？
How is it possible?
格蕾修，这里交给我。
Griseo leaves this place to me, we will take children to safety.
好，华姐姐也多加小心。
We will be careful too, Hua. Yo, that's bad timing because I just noticed that my graphic card is right now really bad shape.
怪物的时候，为什么不会这样？
And I thought to myself that we might end soon. But no random fighting is secure. Which hopefully doesn't melt my my graphic card too much.
你们没事吧？
Are you alright?
姐姐，我们没事。
We are fine, Fu Hua.
福华姐，这位就是格蕾修姐姐吗？
This is Miss Griseo, Fu Hua.
是的，我在方舟里找到了她。
Yeah, I found her on the Ark.
那蓝和小黄，
Then blue and yellow.
抱歉，我们已经确认过了，方舟内部只有我和福华姐姐。
Sorry. We have double-checked. There are only me and Hua. I mean, Fu Hua in the Ark.
他们会不会被刚刚的怪物抓走了？
Could they be taken by the monsters we encountered just now?
大家先冷静一下，我有一件很重要的事情要说。
Calm down, everyone. I have something more important to say.
其实，我和绿姐之前说了谎。
Actually, Green and I lied you before.
在博物馆里，我们并不是一无所获，相反是收获了许多从来没有想象过的信息。
We didn't come out empty-handed from the museum. To the contrary, we obtained a lot of information beyond our wilderness dream.
抱歉，之前没有将这件事说出来，一是出于对外来者的戒备，
二是担心这件事会扰乱大家本来就不安的心绪。
I already forgot which Vita was it that speak to this man, but I'm sorry that I didn't tell you this before. Firstly, it was out of cautious against outsiders. Secondly, we were concerned this matter would further disturb everyone already uneasy mood.
但现在瞻前顾后，反而会让事态陷入更不可控的境地。
But no, indecision and hesitation will only result in a more severe situation. Okay, time to say something, Vita.
你们还记得展柜中的人吗？
Do you still remember that person in the display case?
随着故事的发展，案件似乎终于来到了令读者最为期待的环节。
As the story unfolded, it seems that we were finally at the climax.
而我们精明的侦探，此刻也想起了那道潜伏于记忆深处的幽影。
And our shrewd detective also remembered that ghost from the past lurking in the shadow.
他瞪大双眼，愕然地念出了对方的名字。
He be eyes like saucers. She muttered that name with evident surprise.
恰如
Who is this? Who is this? You completely new, my dot. Just like Moriarty?
此时此刻，
No. Yeah, no one knows who it is. Like, no one knows who it is. I think it's time to wrap it up. It was a really long one for a chapter. I don't think there's much to say. I have no idea what's happening because I have no idea who it is. We're probably waiting for Santi. She will be here sometime. And hey, it's nice. We did found griseo, which looks really, really cool. And that's basically it. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day, night, wherever you are. And thank you.